the theme I would like to explore tonight is the theme of what happens for each and every one of us if we could gaze, if we could see, if we could acknowledge, if we could wake up to our own gifts of beauty, grace, the beyonds within us. If we were able to, even if for a millisecond, gaze upon ourselves from the eyes, from the perspective of another being who really saw our beauty, beauty with capital B, the inner beauty, the gifts, how we may inspire others, how we may be generous to others. If we could really appreciate, not in an egotistical way, not in an egotistical way, but, and again, as I'm talking about this, a lot of resistance might come up for you, like, oh, I don't want to, I don't have any, it's okay, hang out with me, I will lead us in a guided meditation, but just entertain the idea. The same way that, you know, imagine if a rose, now I'll get poetic for a moment, humor me. If a rose could really know its own beauty, its own fragrance, how much joy its gorgeousness, its beauty, its fragrance brings out in the hearts of others. If it could know that, would it actually allow it to, again, asking you to, for some poetic license, to flower and flourish more beautifully, to offer its gift of fragrance, beauty to the world as its offering, as a way of serving the world more fully? What if the bird, the songbird, really knew how, if it really could appreciate the beauty, the gift of its own song, if it knew that, oh, others who are listening are just uplifted in the beauty of the song, their hearts are uplifted, would it sing with more abandon? Would it offer its gift to the world, knowing how deeply it is appreciated? And now what if in our humanity, each and every one of us, just for a millisecond, we could actually see, we could really see, acknowledge, grok, the gift that we offer the world in our suchness, in just being who we are. Would needing that, even for a moment, would that needing, that seeing for a millisecond, would it open us up, our heart up, to be more fully ourselves, more fully sing our song, radiate our fragrance, our offering, our unique song in this world, in this brief, brief time that we are here, in this flash of light that we are here. And each and every one of us, there is a suchness, a beauty, a grace, a divinity within us that we usually don't see as we're so busy going through our day and through our to-do list, answering our emails and berating ourselves for not being good enough, not doing enough, la 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 la, endlessly. What if? So tonight's guided meditation is an invitation. And whatever arises is fine. Whatever does not arise is fine. It's just resting, allowing, swimming with this invitation. And see what might come up. Again, maybe nothing, which is perfectly fine. No attachment to outcome, no expectations. So that is the invitation for our journey tonight, our exploration. So with that invitation, I'd like to invite you now to get comfortable in your body. If you need to move, if you need to shift your position, your location, to sit comfortably. To sit comfortably in your chair, your cushion, maybe even lying down. See what your body is calling you. What is most comfortable for you? And landing in this moment, landing in this body, letting go of all the words that just came before. No need. Let this moment be simple. Allowing, inviting your body to rest, to land. Softening, relaxing. Inviting yourself to be intimate with the breath, with the in-breath and with the out-breath. Just here, just now. And if there are thoughts arising, not a problem. They will arise. Of course they'll arise. Smiling the thoughts, releasing them. Thank you. Please come back later. Not now. This is a moment of refuge. Moment of nourishment. Allowing the center of gravity of your awareness to move down, down, down from your head. Down into your abdomen, lower belly. Lower abdomen. Your awareness connecting with the in-breath and the out-breath in your lower abdomen. And with your sit bones, the solidity of your sit bones. Just hanging out there for a few minutes. Connecting with your sit bones, your awareness, and the breath in the abdomen. Keeping it simple. In breath, out breath, aware of each breath. The lower abdomen connected to your sit bones. Center of the gravity low, not in your head. The lower abdomen. And now I'd like to invite you if you wish, to bring to mind someone who's been in your life, either they're still in your life, or for this practice, it's okay if they've passed away. A being, person or a being, who has seen you, who has really appreciated and loved you. admired you, been inspired by you, adored you. There are different flavors of this. Choose whatever works for you. Conjuring up this being, and letting yourself, as you conjure up this being in your mind's eye, as if they're right in front of you, close to you, as if they were loving you right now, gazing upon you. To say this practice could bring up tenderness, it's okay, it's all right, it's fine. Allowing ourselves to be seen in this way can be quite tender. Tears are rising. Can feel quite vulnerable, receiving this kind of love. And if you find yourself wanting to pull back, don't get in your own way. Who are you to not let your grace, your beauty, your Buddha nature be seen, appreciated, loved? Allowing this being that is you to be seen. To really be seen. What has been appreciated by this other being about you. If you can put it into words, that's fine. If not, that's okay too. Just a felt sense. As if you were being seen, appreciated, gazed upon. Eyes of love, loving gaze. Now, as you let yourself be seen, allowing yourself to also see what this being sees in you, about you. They admire, they love, they're inspired by, they adore, or whatever the nuance might be for you. They appreciate, whatever it is for you. They say something about you, whatever it is. Your kindness, your generosity. Maybe your love for them, ability to love. Maybe your dedication. Maybe your sense of honor, your duty. Whatever it might be. As it is seen, as you let yourself be seen, without holding back. Letting yourself be seen. And appreciating, seeing yourself also, what is beautiful, wholesome, shining. In your own suchness. Not in an egotistical way, but appreciating what is. The gift that's uniquely yours. The unique individual you are. Being you are, the gift that you offer the world. What if you recognized this gift, really saw it, acknowledged it? And energetically let it expand. Let it shine. It's an offering to others. There's so many people whose lives you touch, whom you can serve. As you sit breathing, breathing, with the acknowledgement that time is short. Time is short. How to sing your song. If you're a bird song, and you are a flower, how to let your beauty, your gift, your goodness, how to recognize it. And in this recognition, allowing it to support you, nourish you, your own heart in its goodness, and serve and support others. If this was someone else's goodness, you would delight. You would recognize if it was somebody you loved, you cared for, appreciated their goodness. Now taking the vantage point of this being that is you, the one you've been entrusted to care for, to support, so that they can offer their song, their goodness to the world. Even if there are no answers, just dropping in the question, this reflection, how can you support this being that is you? Supporting, loving, caring for. So that the wholesome gifts of their heart can shine, support themselves and others, serve internally and externally the world. Just sitting and breathing with the question, with the reflection. And with each breath, letting this goodness resonate in your body, in your heart, in your mind, nourishing you. And shining outwards. Feeling embodied, centered in your body. Sitting with solidity, with strength. Letting each breath feel nourishing and radiating inside and out. What if what you've been seeking in others, externally, has always been waiting for you? Source of goodness. The jewel you've been seeking outwardly, it's inside. More precious than anything else in the world. Your gift, your beauty. Your offering to yourself and to the world. And for the last moments of this practice period, holding yourself with appreciation for whatever arose or did not arise without attachment to outcome. You've tried, you aligned your intentions with your actions to practice with community right now. That's enough. That's enough goodness, enough beauty, enough grace for us to appreciate that, to have just shown up. There is so much goodness in appreciating and seeing and recognizing our own gifts, our own beauty, our own goodness. As a way to both nourish and support ourselves in metta, in friendliness, and also to allow this goodness to grow, whatever you turn your mind to, whatever you become more aware of. You allow it to grow, you allow it to shine. This suchness, this beauty that is in you, within you. To offer your gifts, to sing your song to the world, the unique gifts that you have. Not underestimate yourself. So I'd love to invite you, if you would like to share reflections, either a word or a phrase, what's coming up for you, or what came up for you this practice. You can unmute yourself if you wish, or you can type it in chat. And I find I'll start by sharing that for me in person, the very tender practice to let myself be seen, this being that is me, to be seen with eyes of care and love by another, and to appreciate that there is goodness here, to really appreciate that there is goodness here, and how can that goodness be offered. So any offerings, anything you'd like to share? What came up for you? What was always supportive, always challenging, anything? You're welcome to share your offerings, or maybe a word or a phrase, what's coming up right now. Trudy, I see you're unmuted. Is that intentional?
Yes.
Please.
Yeah. The format that we have here of seeing ourselves in this little picture was perfect for just in a millisecond seeing the gifts and the things that you mentioned, the grace and the beauty. So it was perfect. Thank you.
Thank you, Trudy. Beautiful. Your words are music to my ears. Thank you for offering that. Tracy offers, it was a beautiful practice. Thank you. Thank you, Tracy. Anything else you'd like to add? You're welcome to.
I found this very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
You know, right. I found I spent a lot of my time telling myself it was okay that it was so difficult.
Yeah. It can be a challenging, and it is okay for it to be difficult. We're not used to this. We are so not used to this. There's so many layers of protection that we have. Would it be okay if you wanted to share a word or two about what particularly made it difficult? You don't have to.
No, I'm okay. You started out telling us to like think of someone who admired us, and imagine that admiration, and that was very warming, right? And then it was like try to think about what they admire about you, and I'm not sure I really understood or know, or it doesn't really make sense to me, and yeah, it was difficult.
Yeah, I appreciate you naming that and putting words to that. Sometimes it's sometimes it can be clear and sometimes it can be amorphous. And I thought I did my best to mention, it might be clear and they might not be clear, it might be a felt sense. And it's okay to be able to go with a felt sense and not try to nail it down. So I'm sorry if that was not heard by
Oh no, I
instruction.
heard it. I'm just very competitive and wanted to win.
Thank you, Neil. Yeah, sometimes it's just going with the flow, right? With what is being offered. And as I was doing this practice, I was playing around with it. Sometimes it was specific for me, and sometimes it was amorphous. I couldn't quite name it, but there was just a sense of there's goodness here that this other person is seeing or loving or admiring or being inspired by. There's so many different flavors. So being really being our own inner Dharma guide. So the invitation, so first of all, I love that you were guiding yourself, supporting yourself, that it's okay. Hey, it's okay that it's difficult. It's okay that this is challenging. And another invitation I would have for you, Neil, and other people, whom I'm sure if this came up for you, it has come up for other people. So I so appreciate you naming it, is to see what works for you, because there's so many invitations in a guided meditation. And I usually say that at the beginning, maybe not this time, and see what's most skillful for you. Do you need to back up a little bit and go forward? And if you see the competitiveness, and say, oh, thank you, no, come back later, to work with it as skillfully as possible. So I appreciate you hanging in there with the practice, as challenging as it was. And what I also like to always remind us is that wherever we bring in a sense of kindness and metta, even if the practice is very challenging and we're bringing metta and kindness and acceptance to that, yay, it's been a good half hour of practice, because that's really the point, cultivating that friendliness, cultivating that sense of goodwill and appreciation for whatever is arising. Thank you, Neil. Thank you so much for bringing that up. Anything else? Yeah, I see a couple of offerings. One is by Elizabeth, what I experienced was an honest self-assessment and appreciation of my goodness. Yeah, thank you, Elizabeth. Yeah, and it's all welcome, whether it was challenging, whether it brought up a sense of appreciation of goodness. Vicky offers, I found myself really missing my ex-coworker. Yeah, and as I said, it's also can be a tender, a challenging practice in that way. And also what I'm appreciating what you offered, Vicky, is how it can actually, there are so many ways to do this practice, seeing the other person's goodness. They saw the beauty in you and you saw the beauty in them, as a dear friend. Anything else you'd like to offer before we transition to small groups, breakout rooms? Going once, going twice. Yeah, okay. So the invitation now, as we transition into practicing with others, is to see how in interaction you can both hold a sense of your own appreciation of your own goodness and an appreciation of other beings' goodness. You don't know them from all over the world, country, and here you are with another being that has goodness in them. And so goodness meeting goodness. Can you have just a couple of minutes of interaction, saying what came up for you? How was this practice? There's no right or wrong, loved it, hated it, whatever it is, doesn't matter. It's the way you're interacting and folks holding you as if you could say no wrong. There's a beauty, there's a goodness within. As you hold yourself with the goodness within, and then judgments arise, can that be held with the goodness within, with the appreciation of goodness within? So I will create the breakout rooms now. Great, everyone is back. Welcome back, everyone. We have a few minutes actually, so I'd love to hear how your practice was tonight. Any questions, comments, complaints, reports about the first part, second part? Please take it away. You're welcome to unmute yourself. I may not see you if you wave, so just unmute yourself and start talking.
I just wanted to say go ahead.
Sorry, yeah, I just wanted to say thank you. This is my first time joining the group, and I really appreciate, this kind of practice. I don't think that any meditation I've had a sort of self-appreciation of practice, and it was very unique for me. So I found it very fresh and refreshing, and it was really great to have the breakout groups. I was with Barbara and with Yuka. Barbara's in Orlando, I'm in Singapore, and Yuka's in Boca. And so I really appreciate how international this group is. So thank you.
Lovely. Thank you. Thanks so much for sharing your reflections. Yeah, I love how international your little triad was. Makes me very happy. Sweet. Yeah, and how nourishing you found the appreciation of your own inner goodness. Yeah, can be a really source for good, of offering our own goodness to the world. There's so much goodness here. Beautiful. Thank you. Somebody else was starting.
I will say that, I'm sorry, did I interrupt you, Nikki? I apologize.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good. You're good. Please, Barbara. Yeah.
Okay. I will say that in our breakout group, we talked about the fact that we also found this a little difficult. But one of the things that we, for some reasons, but we talked about the fact that we just persevered and stuck with it. And in the end, we're able to kind of piece together enough to instill and be able to emit the goodness that you try to have us reflect on. And so I wanted to just say that. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate hearing how challenging it was. If it wasn't challenging, it wouldn't be practice. It would just be like, yeah, we got it, right? It's so, and also how you stuck with it. All of you, it seemed like there was a commonality of, yes, it's challenging, and stuck with it. And there's something that opens up when you stay with the awareness, and kind of gently, not knocking it like, ah, but very gently playing with it. Okay, well, how can this work? How can this work? And new ways show up. That's a beautiful practice. So thank you, Barbara. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, lovely. I saw one other person who was unmuted at some point. Please. You're invited to unmute yourself again. Was it Casey?
Thanks. Yeah, thanks, Nikki. Yep. It's nice to see you again. And thank you so much. It was really a lovely guided meditation. And I found the group that I was in, it was really sweet. And it was just a really nice experience. And I appreciated the honesty that everyone had in the group. Yeah, it was just really nice. What I wanted to share.
Nice. Thank you. Yeah, there's such a sweetness to, and I'm loving hearing over and over and every time how sweet these meetings are, and how nourishing it actually is. Not just sitting with our eyes closed, but also connecting with a few people in this short time. It's so nourishing as a way to take it to the rest of our day. Yeah, thank you, Casey. You have time maybe for one more comment, please. Questions, comments, reflections, complaints, everything is welcome. Everything.
Guess I'll just say that I really look forward to these practices. They conclude very hard work days, and today I completely fell asleep, which very rarely happens, but I think I was absorbing all the goodness subconsciously anyway, and it still felt amazing. So I practiced compassion towards the feeling of FOMO, feeling of missing out on the wonderful practice. And then it felt great anyway, because the compassion, the self-compassion was there.
Beautiful. Thank you, Olivia. Thank you so much for speaking up. I so appreciate you bringing that into the space. And my heart is buoyed hearing that there was self-compassion holding the FOMO, fear of missing out, and your body needed to rest. It sounds like it's been a really long day, and I celebrate that your heart, your body got what it needed at this time, and that you were compassionate with yourself. That's really the practice. Even if the compassion comes up at the end, like, oh, sleep for whatever, 25 minutes, or let's say 29 minutes, or 29 and a half minutes, and there's 30 saying, oh, I was asleep. Like, it's okay. It's okay. You needed rest, sweetie. Yay. That's a powerful 30 seconds of practice. I'm exaggerating, but thank you for bringing that in. I applaud you and really appreciate you bringing that in and modeling really for others that, yeah, it's about accepting, allowing whatever is arising. These are the causes and conditions in this moment. And no matter how much I wish it to be otherwise, this is what's arising. Can I have a sense of friendliness with it, with myself, and support myself? So thank you, Olivia. I'm so glad you spoke up. Thank you. So it is 7 o'clock, 7:01 actually, and let's offer the merit of our practice, the goodness that we generated from our collective actions here, from practicing together, practicing with our eyes closed, appreciating, recognizing our own goodness, our gifts for this world, and the goodness generated from the interactions, from supporting others in our practice. May all this goodness, may it be cause and condition for freedom, happiness of all beings everywhere, including ourselves. Thank you so much for joining, for your own sake and everybody else's sake. And see you soon. See you tomorrow. Diana's teaching tomorrow. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
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 Bye.